welcome. This is Rob Chisholm and I'm going to show you how to do cinematic mode in a laptop environment, but I'll just start with something simple. If you want to get all these files in, the preferred method I've found is I'll just plug my phone in. It will come up in unlock your phone, but the app I prefer simplicity is to have image capture, so there's all your images. So I've already brought them in, just get rid of them like that program. Go back into iMovie. Once all your pictures are on your hard drive on your laptop, you can just import them in as you would normally. You could obviously go AirDrop, is the other way, but make sure when you do choose the other options. Otherwise you'll miss out some of the data tags that are required. So Vimal here, my customer wanted to know on an iPhone 13, how do you activate cinematic mode, what's the purpose and what's f-stops and so on. So if you start with, there's a little icon just there, it says cinematic mode, and if I went to there's a cinematic mode, but some of these videos won't have cinematic mode. That's a picture, for example. So you need to activate that on the phone. That's quite simple. You just find that out quite easily. Now, what's the purpose of cinematic mode? What can you do with it? Well, you can untick it, obviously, but I've ticked it there. And if we say there, we look at that image. If you look behind, the background is blurred out. So I can change the f-stop. So a f-stop of 16 allows, or can allow, the background, although it doesn't look like it there, to come more in focus. So I can then blur out the background to focus more on the person there. So you can probably just drag that there. And now when it's on the timeline, what I can do is I can choose where I want to put the focus. So if I wanted to focus there, that person, Vimal, he's out of focus. Now he should be in focus, because once his face is in there, then it will drop, but it will drop in and out. But I can tell the computer where I want the focus to be. So I'll just go to that little building over there, and that will be in focus, and hopefully that's tracking now, but it will only track when it's in the picture. When it's out of the picture, it's probably not going to do that. So I'm panning around here. So if I took another, let's see, like here's Mark, we pop that in there. We've got to activate depth of field, and I can say keep on the hedge, let's say there. And because I don't pan around too much, it will be, yeah, he will remain out of focus. Obviously it's not what we want him to remain in focus. A double tap more or less activates your tracking. So that's what you can do within iMovie. And the thing about iMovie, it's very simple, it's also free, and it appears to be designed quite well for cinematic mode. If you go to Final Cut Pro, you will probably end up with this, and you'll go, and rather than explain why and all that sort of stuff, I'll just take you to how to find a solution to that. So you're in Final Cut Pro and you go, right, I'll get my video, and so I'll just find some of this. Let's see, there we go, there's Matt, that will do. The only thing is you can't see if this is cinematic mode at this point. There might be somewhere on here, but I can't see it as I glance through. So now we've got this file here, and it looks like this, so that's all right. And now you get this, you go, what's this? I'll just zoom in so you can read it. And you go, whoa, what's an SDR project? What's going on? That's a bit annoying. So what do? What's the solution to find this? So what I'll do is show you how to do that quickly. So in here, normally it would be on basic like that. So down there you would go to settings, and then you come to the color space override, and you would choose 20 20 basically, and that will bring it back to what it was. And then you've got your access cinematic mode, get on and do your work, etc. But that's how you bring the colour back. So I'll just show you one more time, bring another video in. Why it has to be like this, don't know. Is there any advantages to it? Don't know. But let's say, again, I don't know what format I've filmed in here until we bring it in. So bring it in like that. Oh, and again, so you'll just go down to make sure you've got settings. You will then go to color spacing and sure it's there. And then it's not, well, it doesn't look right. It needs to be corrected, but it's not overblown, and you will get rid of that issue, and hopefully that's some help to you. Many thanks. Oh, one little last thought. On an iPad, cinematic mode won't be supported in LumaFusion at this point in time until Apple release code, and then those updates will be implemented, and over time eventually it will come to LumaFusion. It's not 100% crystal clear, but pretty much that's what's going to happen. So many thanks, Rob Chisholm.